Hey there, welcome back to Homestead. The 3 yards barn addition project is complete. Let's go over here and take a look at it. Alright, there's this guy all complete. This was made out of 100% reclaimed 2x6s that we got from a friend. We saw us put the deck down and we framed the walls, and the siding is all pallet board siding. The only money I spent on it was on the roof. I got about $180 in the metal roof. So let's go over here and take a closer look. Alright, there it is. Door's flying open on me. Where are you? Alright, so this is about 8 feet long this way and about 14 feet lengthwise. And you saw we attached the deck to, got it all the way up against the barn. And then we framed the walls. No wall on this side. We just attached the walls to the barn. So a couple problems we ran into, and we'll start right here. This not quite how I wanted to do this. I'll close this door here. Kind of wore off now. There's a little mark right there, and I had a 2x6. Actually, it was a 2x4 that was at the bottom of that line. Well, it was too high. I had to use 2x6s for the rafters, and it was too high, and I couldn't get the roof in there. So what we did, I went over to my brother's sawmill, and he gave me a piece of rough cut 2x6, and we put it on top of the walls on both sides. And then you can see where we marked the barn frame is what we bolted it to the barn frame along the sides here. And how we did that is I stood on this side with the chicken feather and stuck it through the cracks, and Kelly was on the other side telling me where the boards were at related to the chicken feather I was sticking through. So it worked out really well. 2x6s going lengthwise along the length of the roof, and then we put this metal roof on top of it. This isn't the metal roof that I wanted to use. I wanted to use the good stuff like we put on the chicken coop, but they didn't have but one sheet of it, so I had to use this. And I made a mistake. I didn't count for my overhangs. I ended up one piece short, but we had the other piece of aluminum corrugated stuff out here, and I used it on the end up here. And then I made another mistake. I measured it and marked it, but evidently I had measured it and marked it for something else in the past and didn't use it. So I cut it too short, and this was the first piece I cut, and then I took what was left of it. I ended up using the whole thing and didn't have to cut it at all, and put it right here. We got a little bit of an overhang here, and I'm thinking about getting some more 8-foot pieces of the corrugated roofing and come out here and put some posts in the ground as close as I can to the tree, and give us a nice area here for parking lawnmowers and whatnot. That over there on my tool shed, that was supposed to be the lawnmower parking area, but I think this is better, and we'll leave this open, and we'll put the tiller and lawnmowers and stuff like that that we want to leave outside but not get wet. Okay, so pallet board siding all the way around, and we trimmed it up with this piece here. I had a little bit of a jagged line going across there, and then I made the doors out of 2x6s and pallet board fencing, and a couple 2x4s. This is 2x4 here at the top, and these are just pieces I reclaimed off of pallets just to give it a little finished look. Yeah, so that's it. We didn't get to do much of the construction on video. It's just too tight of a space to get the camera in. Plus, came home after work every day and worked on it a little bit every day, and that took a, with limited daylight. After coming home from work, we really needed to get busy and didn't have time for with the cameras and stuff. So this is it, and the only thing left to do is go get hay. Okay, we use square bales of hay because they're a lot easier to feed the coonies, and the goats eat a little bit on it too. We also use it for bedding in the wintertime, and chickens like to lay eggs in it, so round bales doesn't really suit us, plus we don't have area to store round bales. By doing the math, square bale of hay, standard size is roughly 5 3/4 cubic feet. By doing the math in here, I can put 128 bales in here. We're only planning on buying 50. That'll get us by all winter, and we'll just keep restocking as we need it, instead of last time we bought 100 bales and it lasted us almost 3 years. We're just now using up the last of that. So I'm a little skeptical that you can fit 128 in here, but we'll see how it goes. We'll start in the back here and stack them up, and if 128 rate is right, then we'll only have hay in about half of this, and maybe we'll use the rest of it for something else. So the only thing left to do is to go get the hay, and that's what we're going to go do. We feed the coonies about 2 flakes each morning, I think, for the boys. Of course, now we got more boys over there, we might do 3 or 4 flakes. And then the girls, they'll get a little bit more too, because there's more girls over there, plus the barrows. So typically we did about 2 flakes in the morning, but now we got more pigs, we'll probably be doubling that. So we'll see how long 50 bales last us. We'll be using roughly half a bale a day, I think, maybe a little bit more. If we're doing 3 flakes on each one, plus a flake or 2 for the goats, that'll be about 8 flakes a day. And I'm not sure how many flakes are in a square bale, but we'll figure it out when we start pulling them apart. So we gotta go get some hay. All right, we made it back. We actually bought 55 bales of hay. So let's see how it fits in here. All right, there it all is in there. Yeah, roughly a little bit over halfway. So we could have got some more. Those bales are a little bit different shape. These 2 right out here in front are what we had left over from our 3 year ago purchase. And these guys are a little bit shorter and a little bit fatter, so it was a little odd getting them all in there. But they all are in there, and we'll see how far that gets us. And that closes the doors on this reuse, reduce, recycle barn addition project. How about you guys tell us what you do to reuse, reduce, and recycle on your farms and homesteads, and drop us some comments below. Make sure you're subscribing and liking. And we got lots more projects coming up on this farm, and can't wait for you to join us for all that. So again, that closes the doors on the reduce, reuse, recycle barn project.